they ain't letting the diva come in today for the new year?
Yes, diva. We love you, diva. We can't do it without you, diva. Once again, I was telling everybody, this is Mike.
How you doing?
Mike, welcome to Table Talk Tuesday. Mike McCartney. This is Mike. He's a part of the community, LGBT community. He was, wanted to welcome and invite him to be a part of our Zoom call today. Let him know what's really going on. He also can tell us also from his opinion as well, voicing right here on this platform of Table Talk Tuesday, about what's really going on, the discrimination going on, or how he feel about what's going on, how he do his thing in the real workforce. So we'll talk to him about it as well when we get into it. I guess we're going to get into the one of the first questions. The LGBT workers still reports high rates of discrimination when looking for work and on the job. Why do you think that they still are incorporated into society? Anybody want to jump in first? Mike, you want to say something first? How you feel about it?
Let somebody else answer first because I have to think about my answer.
Well, I want to jump right in, honey. Ooh, I am back in charge for 2022, honey. I feel that they have a lot of rights now. Compared to way back in the day, even though the statistics is showing it differently, but I don't feel that they really discriminated at all. I feel they, have a known power that I don't know must be unspoken, for as any documentation that says it, because I think people are more mindful of the things that they're saying or how they're being treated. Because if that could be said, we could say they discriminate against fat people. Fat people just started getting somewhere when Lizzo came out, to really be exact. So I feel they haven't. People still discriminate against fat people right now. So I don't feel that they've been discriminated no more than anybody else that's not completely perfect or completely, quote unquote, what society says they should be. That's just my opinion.
Appreciate it, Ms. Jackson. Anybody else want to jump in on that?
So I'm gonna jump in. I feel like I agree with Tracy on some parts, but just looking at research and looking at going through me of seeing people that with having their different genders and things like that, some of them are discriminated. I have seen it. I have experienced people being with the whispers and people talking about people at jobs and they shouldn't be there. And I think it's wrong. I really believe that you have the right to have your own sexuality, pick your own sexuality. I have gays, lesbian, and transgenders in my family. And I believe like some of my family have discriminated against their own kids, right? And it's not fair and it's not right. And I believe that sooner or later, I don't think it's at that point yet, but when people understand, or if they could sit and listen to transgender, gay, lesbians, and things like that, and understand that they are just as equal as we are, no matter our sexuality, I think it'll be more accepted. But right now, I don't believe that it's accepted in the job situations or in the job areas.
Yeah. Gotcha. Anybody else want to?
And that's Mike, where I want to piggyback off of that. And I'm just saying from my own experience, I'm not talking about from nobody else's. Sometimes I feel that it is a little bit more flamboyant.
Okay.
I don't think, I'm talking personally for myself, because I just recently found out my son was gay.
Okay.
And I had some things that I'm dealing with each and every day. So I think the biggest thing wasn't the fact that he was gay. I didn't like personally the flamboyant stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's what he's saying, that's who he is or whatever, I was not gonna tiptoe on my toes in my house.
All right.
Guess what? And what I felt that it should be in this house, that's what I felt. And I'm, like I told him, I'm not gonna change who I am to accommodate him. Um, this is what I do at my home, and this is what I don't do at my home. And when you want to be whoever you want, and it didn't have anything to do with sexuality, I wouldn't say. I didn't have my oldest son that's straight. You can't bring no poo-poo here. And that's what I mean. So it was the same thing with my baby boy. You can't bring everybody here. I mean, that's what you're gonna do. You need to do that out there in the street. So I treated all my kids the same, but it is something that is something you deal with. I'm personally dealing with it on an everyday for me. You know what I'm saying? Because parents, once you are a parent of one, you go to asking them all questions, which I did the scenario asking questions. I was like, did somebody bother you? Did somebody sexual harass? You know what I'm saying? Was it anybody that's around me? Because, at my time, I'm old school. I'm thinking about if it's somebody in my family, I'm finna pull my 9 out and go to work. I ain't gonna talk to nobody. You just better not be on mess with my boy. That's it. So when he went on to tell me, like, Mom, this is who I am, and no, I ain't nobody mess with me at no babysitter, nobody mess with me at school, nobody with me nowhere. Okay, that was my first thing. Okay, my second thing was that he never really sit down and talk with me about it. He didn't talk with me about it. He talked to his sister, but then when it came to the fact, every time I would make up a conversation, hey, you need to talk to me. Are you gay or what you got going on? I asked him what he got going on. I don't have nothing going on, Mama. Da 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 da. So then finally you tell me that ain't just something you tell your mama. What if you're proud of doing whatever you're doing? And if that's what you want to do, you got to sit down and tell me, what's going on.
Amen.
I mean, what? You didn't tell me what's going on. So then we went on for that, and we was up and down and up and down. Like in my house,
right.
I'm not dealing with the weed. I'm not dealing with the fingernails. I'm not dealing with the cutout shirt. And that's just in my house. When you run your house, you can be all you can be.
I got you.
But that's how I felt. And that's how I feel, any kind of way. And it's not have anything to do with sexuality. That's how I was raised. My mama didn't play that game. When you want to have your boo over to kick the hoo-ha, you better find you a spot where you can go do that.
I got you. Anybody else want to chime in real quick?
I agree with Tracy on that part.
Hold on.
Well, the rules of the house are the rules of the house. Okay. It seems like maybe your younger son thought because he was quote unquote different, and he's not, that he can take that to his advantage. But overall, I think a lot of the discrimination or the way they are treated in the workforce is personal. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm a hiring manager and I look at you or see you differently than what I want, that's my own personal bias that I'm putting into that, instead of looking at the individual, their qualifications, and what they can do for here at the job. And that's me as a hiring manager. And then you have your peers on the job, which are all bringing in their different cultures and backgrounds. Like you said, Tracy, you weren't raised that way, right? So everyone's bringing in their own opinions about individuals instead of just realizing that we are all just human and respect one another with whomever, whatever they want to be, whatever they want to wear, however they want to walk, however they want to talk, however they want to look. Respect it. You don't have to like it.
Gotcha.
You don't have to like it. As long as you're going to your 9 to 5 and doing what's expected of you, and you're qualified to do it and leave. No one's asking.
Mind your business. Mind your
Right,
business.
exactly. No one's asking.
Mind your business.
Okay, that's what's
No
up.
one's asking to be friends.
That's what's up. Thank you, Melissa. Hey, Mike, you got something to say?
Yeah, I want to say something to Tracy. Tracy, I admire you for your son, for what you said about, your son, you, regardless of who he is, you still love him. Well, let me tell y'all this. When I came out 20 years ago, my mother and I haven't spoken in 20 years, and she refuses to talk to me, and I'm her only child. So I admire you, Tracy.
Well, thank you, because it's a prayer every day, because as a parent, I'm sorry, Mike, your mommy didn't talk to you, but in her mind, if she didn't talk to you, she's wondering as a parent, where did I go wrong? Because that's what you deal with.
Right.
And it's like,
see, it's
where did I go wrong?
Personally, I don't think that she did anything wrong. I think that we are born this way. A lot of us are, and a lot of us have a choice in the situation. Let me give you an example. Do you know who Ann Hayes is?
I've heard of that, Mike. I've heard.
Huh?
I've heard, but I can't.
Okay, Ann Hayes.
Remember the whole story.
She was married to a man. Then she married Ellen. Then she went back to a man. To me, that's a choice. And the thing about it is, when people ask me, and I tell people this at work all the time, or if they ask me why I chose to be gay, this is what I respond to. Did you choose to be a woman when you was conceived? No. Did you choose to look the way you look when you was conceived? No. Discussion closed. I didn't choose this. If I would have chose it, if I had a choice, I wouldn't be this way. But I love who I am. It's just, I'm not flamboyant, but I'm out there. I'll tell somebody real quick, I'm gay. There, if you don't like it, there's the damn door.
Right. And see, the only thing I told him, Mike, is certain things for me. I'm not going to get my fingernails done with you. We're not going to get them polished. We're not going to get no skinny jeans, no tight jeans, no halter top, or any of those things. But if you need to talk to me, I am here. Anything else, I'm here, if that's what you want to do. But like I said, I told him in my house, that ain't what I do. And I told him, like I said, the other lady that piggybacked off, he felt because he was different, because he's our baby.
Right.
I have a 30, 26, 25, and 19 that, he's supposed to have different rules and regulations because I'm different. It's my sexuality. And see, he used to use it to me as an excuse or just to say you want to do what you want to do. Gotcha. And then I used to put it back on him is that I'm a big woman. Now, if somebody got a fat joke, I ain't upset because I look at the mirror every day and know I'm a big woman. I just told him as a homosexual or whatever transgender, whatever he called himself, he need to get a little bit more tough skin than what he got. I told him, I said, you need to get your mindset on. They may call you a peanut butter packer. They may call you a faggot. They may call you anything. You need to get yourself mentally adjusted to what it may be out there. And I told him that from my point of view as being a big woman. They may call you fat. They may call you a whale. They may call you all different things. But you got to be sure of who you are. And that's what I tell him.
And if somebody ever calls you fat, Miss Tracy, tell them you're not fat. You're just fluffy.
And my mouth was so slick, Mike. They was always my friend at the end because I used to tell them, fat you can get rid of, but ugly, you can't. So I was just outgoing like this. They ain't come for me like this. They ain't come for me, but I was trying to tell my son he was going to be discriminated with all around. So he need to get his mind right.
Right. So,
well, see, there's I'm sorry, y'all go ahead.
Go ahead. Question for Mike, real quick. Have you ever had any problems in your job or any discrimination at a job, like trying to get a job or while you're on a job? Have you ever been, you felt like, anything was going on around you, people talking, you felt uncomfortable? Have you ever felt like that at the job?
Well, years ago, I tried to get a job at Chick-fil-A. Okay. And the guy had asked me, this was in Charlotte, and he asked me, he said, had you ever applied for Chick-fil-A before? And I said, yeah. And he said, why didn't you get it? And I said, because, they found out I was gay and they let me go. He said, well, I'm not going to hire you because I'm scared you're going to hit on my straight employees. Well, number one, I'm not going to hit on your straight employees. I'm there to do a job. I'm not there to pick up phone numbers and find husbands and all this, that, and the other. I'm there to do a job. I'm a person just like Tracy, just like anybody else.
I have an issue with that because heterosexual or homosexual, that type of statement is out of line. Because if I go to work, you're not going to hire me because I might hit on one of your men in the workforce. And so when I hear that, I feel some type of way because you're gay, that all the men should be on alert, like as if you want all of them, as if they all attract you in some type of manner.
Gotcha.
Just like a female. Because I prefer women, so to speak, I'm supposed to go and look for all the women and just immediately want all of them. I mean, that type of statement, that's fair.
Gotcha.
To me, that's fair.
I got you. Hey, Jeff, you want to comment anything about, I know you've been around a lot of people at your workforce as well with the state. You had ran any discriminations of transgenders, anything? You want to say anything about that?
Well, listen to what Mike said, about the workforce is where you work at. First of all, when you said something about the supervisor said something about you hitting on other guys or something like that, that's discrimination off the map. That's discrimination, my brother. That's you. If that was told to you, you could have took it to the top. If you allow that to happen on your job, and the supervisors, whoever working there said that to you, that's discrimination, man. I deal with this stuff every day. I'm in training, this is what I deal with every day. And looking at a lot of stuff, man, that I'm hearing you guys talk about, being a parent, and I'm not a parent, I don't have any kids, but just being in training and listening to a lot of parents talk and speak about their kids being gay and bisexual. A lot of parents, and excuse me for anybody's feelings, but a lot of parents is shamed by embarrassment. They're embarrassed by their kids being gay, whatever. They're embarrassed because they don't want it to get out. When they find their child is gay, then it hit the community. A lot of parents look at it, it's an embarrassment to them. They don't want to have anything to do with their child anymore, and what the parents is doing, you are hurting your child, you are hurting your kids because you supposed to be able to support them. Even whatever they're going through, if they choose to be gay, bisexual, whatever you want to call it, you as a parent supposed to be able to support your child, whatever they're going through, because at the end of the day, they need you for that support. Because at the end of the day, nobody in that world is not going to support them, but they need mom and dad. And if mom and dad turn their back on them, that's a God for that. And yes, the Bible may say all of that, but at the end of the day, you are human. And Mike, you said something about, you said you was, I'm no disrespect to you. You said something about you was born into it. Nobody's born into it. We make choices. Everything that we do in life is a choice that we make, my brother. And I appreciate you for what you saying. You a man to me. I don't care what they call you. Call it what they want to call you. But what you doing, man, is good. You know, I'm proud of what you doing, man. But at the end of the day, man, your parents turn their back on you. They gotta answer to God for that. Because whatever you was going through, you needed them. You need them for support. And at the end of the day, whatever you decided you wanted to do, mom and dad should have been there to support. My son, you know, I'm gonna be there for him 100%. Because at the end of the day, you needed them. You see what I'm saying? You needed them, my brother. But at the end of the day, no parent should turn their back on their kids, whatever choice they decide to make in life.
Gotcha.
You birthed them, you brought them into this world, you support them.
That's okay.
I agree with
But
that.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that, Jeff. I'm gonna support them with respect. First of all, they're gonna respect me in my spot. Now, whatever they decided that they want to do is out there. I was a single parent when I told his daddy about what he got going on or what have you. Now he decided he don't want to be born. Then your only help that you have, my son does all kind of stuff. Yes, I brought him in the world and I will take him out. So that is the reason why he don't stay here. And if he needs me, he know how to get in touch with me. But sometimes it don't have nothing to do with their sexuality. This new generation think they about that life. And sometimes you have to show them that nobody owe you nothing and nobody gives you nothing, no matter what your sexuality.
True.
You got enough mouth to talk it, you better walk it. And that's mine. He wouldn't come in my house when I say that the screen door gonna be locked. You wouldn't keep no job when I say you need to keep a job. Then you bring all kind of stray people that I feel like I'm out to kill with my knife. That is the reason why he is out of here.
That's what's up. Lisa, you want to say anything real quick on the subject? I haven't experienced anything.
I have gay people in my family as well. Discrimination I have not seen, but I'm agreeing with everyone here that is saying that gay or not, you still need your parent. I mean, at one point I thought my daughter might have been, so I asked her. She said no, but I assured her that if she was, that she would have my love and support. You know, and she said she knew that, you know, because I introduced her to some of my gay friends, you know, but I agree with what everybody's saying here. Mike, I'm sorry that happened to you. Hopefully your mom can come around at some point. But yeah, it's Tracy, I'm glad you're there for your son. And I think everybody should just be there for their children, you know.
And Jeff, I wanna speak on something you said about when Mike said you're not born into it and that it's by choice. There are some that are by choice, but I also believe if we can be pregnant and have children with deformities, children with conditions like autism and miscarriages because the egg was not right to begin with, I do have to question whether or not children can be born this way. We have babies born with defects on a daily, we call them defects on a daily basis. So why can't we have babies be born one looking like one gender, but feeling like another?
Amen. Amen.
You're right. You're right.
I do have to question that whole choice thing.
Jeff,
you're exactly right. And Mike, and I'm gonna say something to you, my brother. My heart really goes out to you because I'm from a big family, and I came from a family of 20. 11 boys and 9 girls. And I am a person that believe in, you know, family bond, all that good stuff. But my only thing I'm gonna say to you is this, you know, I really do hate the situation where you said that, you know, you haven't spoke to your family, man. My heart goes out to you for that. I don't care what you chose to do, Mike. You a man, whatever you chose to do, my brother. The point is that your family have not supported you, whatever you're going through, and you need them. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna say this to you. They're not supporting you, but I promise you this, Mike. They are feeling it because God works in mysterious ways. They are feeling what they're going through because they are not supporting you. They have no contact with you, and every day they wake up and sleep, they're thinking about you.
That's what's up. Hey, we gotta go real quick. We got about 8 minutes left. Mike, you want to say something real quick? I know you want to say something.
Well, I want to say something to Jeff about, you know, you said earlier it wasn't a choice. Well, I have a friend of mine that lives in Wilmington, and he's a triplet. All three of them are gay. You know, so, you know, how can it not be, you know, how can we not be born that way if all three of them are gay?
I just believe that everybody has their own opinions about whether you're born and whether you're not, and no one can say whether they believe it or not. It's everybody's opinion. If some believe that it is gay, I believe both, like it can be or it cannot be. There's just a lot of research saying that some people are born gay, and the research said that some people are not born gay, but everybody has their own opinion. So that's how we're gonna do it. But we're getting ready to close out, Jock, because I do want to give away
Mike,
Puerto Rico cups.
Yeah.
Put me for the gift card. I'm ready for the gift card.
Puerto Rico cups.
Jock,
could you talk a little bit about Puerto Rico? That's going to be happening in the next 4 weeks.
The next 4 weeks. Real quick. Next 4 weeks. We'll be traveling. Most of us will be traveling to Puerto Rico February 3rd through the 7th. So I advise if nobody got their ticket yet, get your ticket now and get over there.
I got my ticket. My people got their ticket. We coming all the way from the Queen.
We'll be getting together. Me and Carla will be getting together also with the itinerary for all the festivities that's going to be taking place there. But right now we're working hard and diligently on our special guests. We're trying to get one diligently in the area, right there in the heart of San Juan. If not, then we're going to do the Zoom call or whatever the case may be, how we're going to make it happen. But we will be streaming live from that area on Saturday, hopefully around that evening, 2 o'clock. We're shooting for 2 p.m. But other festivities that we have going on, celebrating the birthday as well. So, and also, like I said, the key thing is also it's a first year anniversary of Table Talk Tuesday. So hopefully,
come on, Mike, come on, so we can be together and laugh together.
Definitely. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. It's been 1 year already. That's what's up. So happy for that, man. God has been grateful to all of us. I want to thank everybody that came on the Zoom today. We will be giving out the Zoom cup, the Puerto Rico cups. I don't have them in front of me, but Carla, you want to give out 2? You want to select 2 people? We'll give out 2 cups.
I'm going to, so like Jock said, I just want to say that we are excited about, we have about 4 minutes. I'm going to talk about 1 minute. We are excited about streaming live in Puerto Rico. We're going to be on IG, we're going to be on Facebook. We're going to be on Zoom, and we're going to turn up in Puerto Rico for our first year. Tracy, please give me a she's so excited. We're all excited because we got our rooms, we got, things that we need to be getting for Puerto Rico.
Got all my clothes. I'm gonna be naked over there.
So when we get down there, we are going to be giving a couple gift cards away. We are going to be giving a couple gifts away, mugs. We got some little trinkets, things like that. So tonight, I think that I'm just going to probably give 2 mugs away for the first 2 people that joined Zoom. And that was Melissa and Mike are going to get Puerto Rico cups. Melissa, I can give you yours. Mike, I guess you can send Jock your information so we can mail you a Puerto Rico cup. If you guys are going to join us in Puerto Rico, we're still...
Mike, come on to Puerto Rico. Come on.
And show up like that. But we're really, really excited. And like me and Jock started a year ago. We started off the brown things. When we was having conversations in Concord, it was awesome. And then he just came up with this brilliant idea of table talk.
Great job, Jock. We have a spoken word in the Queen City.
I know. And the thing is,
me, Jeff, Jock, Tracy, a couple other people used to just have conversations and debates, and it got a little sensitive, but it all worked out, and we just enjoyed it.
We love you too, Lee. We love you too.
And I appreciate that Jock came up with this idea and asked me to join and be a partner in this situation. So we're really, really excited. Go ahead, Jock.
We're really excited for everybody. I certainly appreciate it. We got about 2 minutes now, but I want to thank everybody. Continue to thank everybody. We still got a solid supporting group that's here in the Charlotte area and the surrounding area as well. So we can't do nothing but continue to grow. Want to thank everybody also for whoever participate and going to participate in the Puerto Rico trip. We're going to go out there successfully, hopefully go out there and have a good time, create memories. The key thing is creating memories and going forth, you know, the next year we're going to be doing it much bigger, of course. But let's go and get the first year out the way, make this thing happen. And as a matter of fact, when we come back to the North Carolina area or the States or whatever, we're going to do some more things as well. We're going to travel a little bit more as well. So just continue to look out for that. Continue to support us on Tuesday, because we kind of moved it back a little bit to make sure everybody's, you know, when they get home and get settled and things like that. Since right now the COVID is still going on, speaking back out a little bit. So want to make sure we can still continue to touch base with everybody, and Zoom has made that platform helpful for all of us. So thank you again for everybody that's came on. And don't forget, we still give out giveaways every time we do this. So we give out giveaways each and every time. So thank you all the new people graciously for coming on and being a part of the Zoom call with us and talking about the subject. The subject is always something important, but it affects everybody, you know what I'm saying? Not just us talking.
All right, you better say it.
I want to make sure that everybody was a part of this particular topic. That's why I kept putting it off. I said, wait a minute, everybody ain't ready for it yet. You know, I got to make sure all the people that need to be there. So I appreciate everybody that's dedicated their time.
Good looking out.
Tracy, you took over 25 minutes of that phone conversation, but we love you too. Hey, but you know what, Tracy?
I've been dealing with it.
We needed that though.
I was dealing with it.
Hey, you know what, Tracy? We needed that, and you know, hearts and prayers is always with you, you know, through us as well. So you know, we always gonna lift you up in prayer as well. Anything you got to go through, we gonna go through together. So appreciate you for doing that and sharing that with us here on this platform. Lee, you got anything else?
No, we good. We good.
Well, you know what? We always
and the new people, hey, new people. That's Mike and what's the other lady?